Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am really excited to talk to today's expert because when I started my journey as a health coach, I became very aware that what I was putting in my body was also affecting my outer appearance, things like my skin, my hair, and my nails. Then, once I got the food part down, I became also very aware that what I was putting on my body was also going in my body. So that is why I have brought in Rebecca Casciano to the hot seat today. She's a makeup artist, a green beauty expert, and a holistic wellness coach who is dedicated to helping women discover the connection between inner health and outer beauty. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Marissa. Thanks for
Thank
having me.
Of course, thank you for joining me today.
My
So,
pleasure.
you are a green beauty expert and a wellness coach. So I'd love to talk to you a little bit about how does that look in your business? How do you marry the two?
Well, I got my start in makeup about 14 years ago, and I've also been on my own journey of wellness for equally as long. So in about 2000, I decided to become a health coach, and I knew that those two worlds could definitely be and are very much connected. So in my work as a health coach, I help people make changes in their daily life, in their diet, and their self-care goals, very much like you do. But then I also have this mission to introduce women to healthier beauty products. So a big part of what I do is I have one-on-one lessons with clients, and I teach them how to green their beauty routine. So for me, the makeup was the last thing to go. I had been, caring for myself in terms of the type of food that I was eating and the kind of products I was using, but the makeup to me was a big portion that was missing. So when I decided to become a health coach, I knew that that part of my work had to be transformed. So
Great. Yeah, I
yeah,
felt the same way. It was like, okay, like I'm gonna do the food. I got all of the food and the self-care and everything, and then I was like, okay, now I really need to tackle the makeup and
sure.
what I'm putting on my skin and even on my nails and things like that. So I can totally relate to that.
Yeah,
Tell me
exactly.
a little bit. Tell me a little bit about how you define green beauty. What is green beauty exactly?
Well, to me, there's many different ways that you can look at it. Number one, I look at green beauty as being plant-based. So when you look at the ingredients in your products, you should see a lot of ingredients that you recognize from, the natural world, rather than looking at the ingredients and seeing a lot of synthetic ingredients that you can't pronounce. So it's a little bit similar to food in that when you look at the ingredients, you want a little bit of a shorter list and you want to see some things that you identify in there. With beauty products, it is a little bit different because a lot of the ingredients can be chemical but not necessarily harmful. So it takes a little bit more time to kind of understand. I also look at green beauty as makeup and cosmetics and personal care products that are free of some of the main chemicals that you want to steer clear of in your beauty products.
What are those chemicals? So when we're reading a label, just like we read food labels, we want to see those recognizable ingredients, and there are those ingredients that we want to steer clear of. Like when we see those, we know, okay, put that down. What are those ingredients in beauty products that are dangerous?
Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of them. In the United States, we've only banned 9 chemicals for use in cosmetics, and the European Union has banned 1,000, maybe more. So unfortunately, there are a lot of ingredients. I focus on a few of the top ones that are very present in many different types of cosmetics, one of them being parabens.
Mm.
So parabens show up in everything from nail polish to shampoo to soap, and they're essentially a preservative, but they're also an endocrine disruptor. So those are one of the main ingredients that I ask people to watch out for, and you'll see them as methylparaben, propylparaben. Anything with that ending on it is something that you don't want to use. Another big ingredient is fragrance. So fragrance also shows up in just about all aspects of our cosmetics. And the problem is that it's a combination of hundreds of different chemicals, one being phthalates, which also is a hormone disruptor. And this can lead to issues like infertility, issues with our menstrual cycle, all kinds of different issues, hormonal acne, and so those are a couple that I definitely say to watch out for because they're in everything.
Great. Yeah, definitely. Those sound familiar. And I know there's so many more. I mean, we can't even cover all of them, but those are some key ones. So thank you.
Sure.
A lot of people don't realize, well, once you hear that what you put in your body goes, sorry, what you put on your body goes inward, it makes sense, but we don't always think of that right off the bat, especially if we're not familiar or we're very new to the green beauty and the wellness world. Can you explain a little bit about how that works? How are these things absorbed into your body once you put them on your skin?
Sure. Well, when you think about the functions of the skin, one of them is to protect us. Another one is to absorb from the environment. So it's part of the way that our body stays hydrated. It's also part of the way that we detox. So when you think about something like a birth control patch or a nicotine patch and how those work and are actually absorbed into your skin to, help you reduce cravings or help control your hormonal cycle, that's much of the same way that some of these products work. And it's known that up to 70% of what we apply to our skin actually does get absorbed by the skin and goes into the bloodstream. And as you can imagine, we're already bombarded with so many toxins in our environment. So I think being conscious of what you put on your skin and that it can be absorbed into your skin and add to the toxic burden of your body is really something to be conscious of.
Absolutely. I'm always reading those labels and Googling things. So,
yeah. You're right. I mean, people don't think about it. It's a very new kind of development in this whole world, and it's exciting to be part of that because, we've seen food, change over the years, and people become much more conscious about reading labels, and I think the beauty products are really the next wave in that, so that's exciting.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm fascinated about is we're hearing a lot more about how food and plants and different types of foods can double as beauty products. So do you have any real foods, whole foods that you swear by as beauty products, and how do you use them?
I do. Well, one of my favorites is coconut oil, and we love coconut oil for our cooking and for our smoothies, and it's also great for beauty products because you can use it for your skin, you could use it for your hair. It's very moisturizing and hydrating. It's just one ingredient, so you don't have to worry about any of those harmful chemicals in there. And it also works as a great makeup remover. So it makes taking off makeup at the end of the night really easy as well. Another is apple cider vinegar, and that works to help exfoliate dead skin cells. You could use it with a cotton ball as a toner, and it helps to also balance the pH of the skin. And I would say one more that I absolutely love is raw honey, and that works really well on blemishes. So if you see something kind of coming up on your skin, you just put a little bit of raw honey on it, and the antibacterial properties of the honey actually help heal the blemish. So oftentimes if something pops up at night, I'll put it on, or during the day I'll put it on at night, and by the next morning I can actually visibly see the acne, the blemish, inflammation go down. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. I have not tried the raw honey, but I have used the apple cider vinegar and coconut oil. I actually use coconut oil after I brush my teeth, on my gums and on my teeth to help whiten, and my dentist recommended that. So
excellent. I love your dentist.
Yeah, he's a holistic dentist.
Do you do the oil pulling with it?
You know what? I talked to him about that because I did the oil pulling and I really liked it, but I was like, listen, I don't have 20 minutes in the morning to do this. Right. What do you recommend it? And he's like, yeah, it's great, but if you don't have 20 minutes, here's another way to do it. Put it on your toothbrush and put it around your gums and on your teeth, and do the same thing. Spit the excess in a piece of toilet paper and throw it in the trash. And he said that works just as well as oil pulling. So
cool. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's think about the idea of a bathroom detox for a second, which basically is, someone wants to perhaps get rid of all of the toxic products in their bathroom. Where would you start? I mean, that can be overwhelming for someone. So where would you tell someone to start on that?
Well, I always tell my clients to start off with the products that they use most frequently and over the largest areas of the body. So those usually will tend to be things that you use in the shower or after the shower. Also, skincare is a big one. So thinking about facial and body washes, moisturizers, things that you use all over your body, shampoo and conditioner as well. But those are the main ones that I would say to swap out first. You know, not everybody wears cosmetics, color cosmetics every day, so I think focusing on skincare and your shower products are the most important thing to start with. And also, too, knowing that you don't have to do it all at once. As you mentioned, people do tend to find it a little overwhelming. So they're like, oh my God, like how can I change all of my products? And that's expensive. And what will I try? And it does take time to find the ones that work for you. But you know, you could just take it one product at a time and wait till maybe you finish your shampoo to start fresh and try something new and a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you would overhaul your diet. You know, you don't do it all in one day. You little by little, you start introducing new foods and doing one thing at a time. So it's somewhat
Yep,
simple. Yeah.
exactly, very much so.
Do you have any favorite products that you swear by? I mean, we just talked about the Whole Foods
Sure.
items, but how about like anything else that's a brand that's sold in a store?
I do. I have some here with me that I can show you.
Yes, please.
Yay. Okay, so speaking of skincare and things that you use every day, this is a new discovery for me. This is Cary Grant lip balm, and it is absolutely luxurious and delicious. It's called Lip Whip, and it's just super nourishing, plant-based, very clean, beautiful ingredients. So that I've been using a lot when I'm home underneath my lipstick. You know, this is winter, dry weather season, and I find that, you know, the lips can tend to really dry out quickly. So that's one of my favorite new lip products. For skin, I love argan oil. This is a brand called Kahina Giving Beauty. You may be familiar with it. This is their serum, which has a little bit of, I believe, frankincense and sandalwood in it, which is just makes it smell so good. And this is great even for oily skin. I have oily acneic skin, and this has been amazing for me in all seasons. So this is one of my favorites in terms of skincare. I'm also newly obsessed with this Beauty Water by Janice Paris. And this is something that you just spray all over, and you just feel this aromatherapy and hydrating benefits, and it heals the skin from the outside, and it soothes the spirits. It has beautiful oils in it. So that's something I keep very close in my purse or on my desk and spritz myself throughout the day. For foundations, I absolutely love Well People. This is their Narcissist Foundation Concealer. Their whole line is fabulous, but this is one of my favorite foundations because it just makes the skin look really fresh and glowy, and it doesn't look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, but it still gives good coverage. And last but not least, I'm a lipstick girl, and I love my colors. As you can see, I have this one on. This is called Jump. It's by Ilia Beauty. And I'm a huge fan of their lipsticks because they have tons of pigment and they have organic ingredients, and I feel better about using them and having them on my lips, and also being able to rock my favorite colors. So those are a few of my favorites. There are so many beautiful lines out there that I'm really grateful for. Several years ago, this was not the case, so it's been really exciting discovering all these beautiful new cosmetics that, you know, feel good, look fabulous, and you also feel at ease using them, knowing that they're healthy for you and for the environment.
Where can someone find these types of items? Are they online, in a store?
They are online. I'm assuming your watchers are all over the country, and so I would recommend them looking online at sites like spiritbeautylounge.com. They sell a lot of these products. In New York, you can find some of them at ABC Carpet and Home, and they are popping up at a lot more natural stores. They all have websites as well, and they're pretty easy to find online, so it's nice.
Great, and we'll list those items that you mentioned. We'll list them underneath the
Yeah, perfect. I'll give you the
video afterwards so people can reference them.
yes.
Great. So where can we find you online, Rebecca?
You could find me online on my website, of course. It's Rebecca Casciano, and that's CASCIANO.com. I'm also on Facebook at Rebecca Casciano Beauty and Wellness, and I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Rebecca Casciano.
Great. And when we come to your website, what is the first thing we should look for?
Well, I mean, definitely take some time to peruse around. I've got my portfolio there. I work as a makeup artist over the years. I also have some of my services and a lot of my articles. I do write currently for Organic Spa magazine as well as Serene Social. So those are two outlets that you can find a lot of great information about green beauty, as well as all of my favorite picks and updates for each season. You can also sign up for my newsletter on the front page of my website, and I always send out monthly tips and products that I'm loving and updates on different events that I'm doing and so forth. So definitely join me there.
Great. Yes, everyone go check out Rebecca. Thank you so much. This was so helpful and so enlightening, and you gave so much great information. So we loved having you on. Thank you again for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you, Marissa.
Bye.
Bye.